Hey guys, so we are going to review so that you are ready for the quiz today some of the concepts that you'll see on there. So starting out with 5/10 plus 23/100. If you'll notice, we can't add these together because they do not have the same denominator. So we're going to have to convert that to an equivalent fraction. Will we change 23/100 or 5/10? We would need to change the 5/10 because if we reduce to 23/100, we can't divide 23 by 10. So that would mean that we would need to change the 5/10 to hundredths. So 10 times 10 is 100. 5 times 10, so we're multiplying this, is 50. So when you add those, that would end up being 73/100. Okay. Levi practices violin for 1/3 of an hour a week. How many hours does he practice in 7 days? So each day he's going to practice 1/3. So I could add all these. There's no problem with that. But we also know another strategy for repeated addition. And what is that? That is going to be multiplication, right? So I'll write that over here because we know that repeated addition is multiplication. But each one of those is my day, so I can add these if I want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7/3. We know that the thirds does not change on the bottom because that's how much each whole is broken into. So that's not going to change. You're not going to add that together. But the numerators will change because you're adding that's how many pieces that you're going to have. And then over here for 1/3 times 7, we'll multiply and you'll have 7/3. Again, that's the same as 7/1. So 3 times 1 is indeed 3. So when we look at 7/3, we need to figure out this is a mixed number. I'm sorry, this is an improper fraction because the numerator is larger than the denominator. So we need to figure out what this would be as a mixed number. So we know that 3/3 is equal to 1 whole, but we have 7/3. So we're going to figure out what that would be. So I've drawn me out some thirds here, and I know I have 7 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7/3. So how many wholes is that? That is 2 1/3. All right, so that's how you would do that. So when you take unit fractions and decompose unit fractions for a multiplication statement. So for example, you might have 6 times 1/8, and that's going to equal 6/8. You might also have 6 times 1/8 is equal to 3 times 2/8. And is that true? 3 times 2 is 6. So those are equal. 6 times 1/8 is equal to 3 times 2/8. 3/4 minus 2/4, we're going to break that into fourths because remember the beautiful thing about 4th grade fractions is you can draw everything. So we have our 3/4. We're going to take 2/4 of those away, and that will give us 1/4 left. Now where it gets hairy complicated is when we have the fraction that we're subtracting is larger than the one that we have there. So when you have 3/6 minus 4/6, you're going to have to draw all of those out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then put them into sixths. And then what you're going to need to do is you're going to have to highlight that 5/6 and then subtract the 4/6 from that.